G'day, Jeff here. In my last email, I shared with you the beginnings of a story of what happened with my 7-year-old daughter that made me realize I wasn't being my best parent self and that I actually had a lot to learn of what was required to be that. What happened was she was 7, she was emotionally dysregulated, she was crying in her bedroom, and I went in to attend to her. And I affectionately asked her what was going on, and she told me that her sister had taken a stuffed toy of hers and she was upset about this. My response was to say, well, sweetheart, you shouldn't be getting so upset over something so small. And besides, didn't you just take something from her 2 hours ago? As I was saying this to her, something transpired and I just felt incredible sadness overcome me. Tears were rolling down my cheeks. This was replaced by a wave of guilt, which was then followed by a feeling of shame. Just wasn't feeling very good. Had no idea what was going on. It was completely strange, but there were warning bells happening. Something was amiss here and I needed to find out what the hell was going on. So it set me forth on a journey to discover what it means to be my best parent self, because what I found out after that experience, as I kind of processed it all, was what was going on was I hadn't validated her experience. I hadn't validated her in that moment. And then I wondered where else I hadn't been validating her, been unconscious the whole time. So, as I said, it inspired me to go and learn about what it takes to be my best parent self. And I discovered there's a whole new paradigm of parenting taking place that I had no idea of. I was raised in the old paradigm, and there's all these things that makes up new paradigm parenting. And one massive part of this is emotional intelligence, or EQ, which includes emotional regulation. And emotional intelligence says that the number one way for us to build long-lasting deep bonds with our children is if we are emotionally present to them, skillfully present to them when they're going through a meltdown or when they're feeling sad or when they're upset, etc. My response is from my old conditioning, from the old paradigm, was to not validate her, play it down, and then in many other cases try and fix it for her so she doesn't feel that way. Don't want her to feel these yucky emotions. I wanted to get her out of that pain. But they say, research says that the best way is to just be present for the child, allow the emotion to come up, express the emotion, feel the emotion, provide the support, and let it to move on as possible. There are many techniques involved to help this process, and I wasn't aware of any of them. And here I was, thought I was a great parent. I was a great dad. So the thing is, if I continued on down this path of not validating her experiences, what will happen over time is she's going to not want to share these things with me. I'm going to erode away the bond, and at some point she'll just shut down. I don't want to share this with Papa no more. And this happens a lot for a lot of children when they get to the teenage years. They'll shut the bedroom, won't share anything with the parents, and the parents wonder why. Put it down to puberty. But I'm not sure after all the learning that I've done whether that is the case. I think this has been building up for a long time. The second thing, folks, that can happen, or that does happen, if it consistently takes place, is that the child learns not to validate their own experience. They learn not to trust their inner voice. They get to the point where they will try and stuff down the emotion because they shouldn't be feeling that, right? So they push it down. And I was going to say, we all know, but I don't know about you guys, but I've learnt over time that emotions are always seeking a way to express themselves as we get older, through aches and pains in the body, through dysfunctional relationships, through addictions, a myriad of ways this pain wants to express itself. The whole self-help industry is predominantly based around us healing from the emotional pain that we've experienced in our childhood. So it's pretty much imperative as being part of being our best parent selves to be emotionally intelligent, learn what that's about, and then try and apply it to the child, because it's not easy to apply. I've been practicing for a while, and my reflex reaction, my old conditioning will be to, as I said, try to fix the situation, downplay it, should be something different. And thank God now with practice, I've been able to catch myself in that moment, and then be present for her to go through the emotion. So folks, two things from this particular post is one, the importance for us to learn what's required to be our best parent self. There's lots of best practices out there at the moment, and to apply that to our child. And the second thing is emotional intelligence. If you take this thing away from the talk today, is that when your child is dysregulated, is upset, they're not trying to piss you off. It's not about you, it's about them. So be present in your body, breathe, stay still, and let them go through the experience as best you can. And as I said, there's lots of different techniques of this, including play, but this is what you can start with. And it's helped me immensely, just this one tiny thing. Because we all want to have beautiful, long-lasting relationships with our child, good bonds with them, and we don't want to unconsciously erode those bonds. So I wish you well on this journey, and thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next video.